Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your May general sort of overlook at the energies around you. And I hope wherever you are, you're safe from harm and that those that you love are safe from harm. So we'll do just our usual general spread. And just give me a minute and I'm going to pick an additional guidance card for you, which will give me an idea of the energies around you. So you got the mending card. So this is a card of obviously mending relationships, but mending sort of anything that's been broken. Very, very much about crossing bridges. It's a card that I particularly like, actually, to tell you the truth. So I'm not quite sure where this mending is going to take place. Again, it could be in your relationships, it could be in your finances, your health, whatever area of your life has been affected. It looks like there's a potential for an awful lot of healing here. Both these little people have got angels' wings, and I really like that, because it takes a certain quality of energy to work on forgiveness, to work on whatever's been broken. We need to sort of lower our defenses, be open, be vulnerable, that sort of thing. So let's tell me what else is going on for Aquarius, particularly around this mending energy. So I need to focus a bit more on the card during my first reading. In the first reading of the day, the cards always need a little bit more clearing to be ready. So please make it as straightforward. I don't think anything's straightforward at the moment. Venus is going into Gemini and there's a lot of retrogrades going on. So retrograde tends to mean that there's something that we've left behind. Maybe that's what the mending card is. Something that needs to be re-looked at, redone. So give me a clear-cut reading for the sign of Aquarius, please. So you've got the Emperor behind you with the Nine of Pentacles, yeah. What you want is the Queen of Swords. The gift is the Tower card. Now we had that for our mid-month as the gift. So as the gift, it's some sort of breakthrough. I'll talk about it more. The challenge is Temperance, which is a bit emotional balance. Six of Wands in your relationships. Beautiful. So already the Devil's been broken through and the Five of Wands has been broken through. Money and work, we do have the Devil there. Chariot at soul level. This could be Capricorn that's in Aquarius now. Because Capricorn and Aquarius is, Capricorn is always about mastery. But we'll study a little bit more what it means. And the Strength card is the outcome. Look at the amount of major arcanas. 6 major arcanas out of 10 cards. Which obviously means this is a huge... The major arcanas are about soul lessons, spiritual lessons. And as we learn one, we go on to the next one. And there are events outside our control. Because all we really get to control, Aquarius, is our state of mind and our responses to the everyday parts of our life, which is what the minor cards are about. But the major arcanas are about our soul's lessons. This is going to be a very, very interesting month. So behind you is the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles. 2 different ways to read the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries. It's I am and I will. So it's about the life force, determination, spiritual warriorship, and very, very focused energy. Or some Aquarius, the Emperor is probably my least favourite relational card, because quite often the Emperor can represent having to block someone out That might be a message for some of you, okay? And it's because it's with the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles is essentially the Hermit card. So this is two different ways of looking at it. For some of you, there's been an awful lot of contemplation. A third of the world is in lockdown. So we've all been in this very inner reflective period with the Emperor. So sort of reflecting on your destiny, on your Mars energy, where you want to put your will to, that sort of thing, where you want to master. Or some of you have been really turning your back on relationships, doing a lot of inner soul searching. Even some of you might have had to say no, you're sort of blocking someone out. I don't know. I know for me, this is about how can I take charge of my life force. And it's always where the Mars position is in your birth chart. Yeah? So what you want is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is obviously about our energy. She's got vision. She has insight. And, I mean, obviously, look, she's wide open. She has this wide open perspective. She sees the future. But because she's under that Emperor, I've definitely got a feeling there's some people watching who've had to detach themselves from something a little bit. I don't know why I get that message, but I sort of do, because the Queen of Swords can be very, very detached, because she just is. So some of you might maybe had to detach yourself from some people. It's part of the process that 2020 is going to be about. For some of you, this is about taking control of your destiny. The Queen of Swords has got her spiritual eye open. So basically, it's about seeing the future and trying to focus your energy on the bigger picture, where you want your life to go. All those things, this process is meant to be stimulating, Aquarius, okay? But there's definitely a sense of it coming into your own personal power. The gift of the Tower is very, very exciting. Again, this is our card, and it's right next to the Queen of Swords. So the Tower as a gift means something's been broken through. There's some piece of luck, some meeting with destiny, some sort of serendipity's happened, because the Devil breaks through the oppression of the devil. The Tower breaks through the Devil card, essentially. And it's a pure liberation as the gift. The challenge of Temperance might be about keeping your emotional balance. Working with emotional balance is a little bit of a struggle for most of us at the moment, okay? Maybe, just maybe, Aquarius, we're meant to be a little bit triggered with things at the moment, because we don't change our destiny by avoiding things. We change our destiny by going into things, by feeling what needs to be felt, by, you know, processing what needs to be processed. But Temperance as a challenge might mean there's a little bit of a feeling of keeping your head above water is a bit of a struggle. Can you clarify why Temperance is a challenge, please? One card. Three of Cups, yeah. Not many people are going to be the Three of Cups right now. Because even when some of the restrictions start to go down, it's going to be a slow, gradual process. And maybe there's a little bit of a feeling that there's obviously something very, very big happening here. As the gift, the Tower has to be one of the best cards to get, because that which was stuck is now becoming unstuck. I mean, even now the challenge with Temperance and the Three of Cups is that sort of feeling of maybe not being able to celebrate, so still feeling a little bit held back. Okay, I'll try and find out more. Very intriguing set of cards. The Six of Wands in your relationships. So the Six of Wands, these are two breakthrough cards, because we need to understand what comes before a card to really understand its meaning. Before the Six of Wands is the Five of Wands. And Five of Wands is a card of angst, and I'm pretty sure we got that last time. Angst is that feeling of looking over a black hole. So sometimes it's wanting to make a change but fearing the future. And it looks like the relationship dynamic in your life, either other people or you and someone else, has overcame a fear of change. They've overcame some huge struggle, because that's really what this year is about. There's a lot of potential to release old karmic blocks, to move through to, and I understand, you know, Aquarius, I had this debate a lot last month. A lot of people were saying that my readings were too love and light, whatever. But there's no way that I could do readings that were going to I made a decision to not spread any more trauma. That was my decision, and some people thought it was nonsense. That's up to them. That's my decision. And your relationship dynamics is a huge breakthrough going on here. So people have overcame the head and heart pull, the feeling of looking into a void, and they've overcame it incredibly. Now, the Devil's in your money and work, so some of you might feel a little bit stuck, or some of you might be becoming a master, because Saturn rules mastery. And because it's going into Aquarius, that is really, it's going to be a very big couple of years for us. But it's only there for a couple of months. It goes retrograde. Tell me more about what the Devil is saying in your money and work. There could be a little bit of a feeling of feeling a little bit blocked here. I have to be honest, because quite often that's what the Devil card means. So tell me more about what's going on. You get a Knight of Cups. Very strange combination of cards. Seven of Pentacles, which could be very similar to the Devil card. A feeling that not much is moving. And I think that's probably going to make sense for everyone. But you get the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups, which is very good news coming your way. Some sort of, and I really don't believe in, you know, all those cliches of a knight in shining armor. Some sort of good news that comes our way. But Aquarius, there is some good news coming your way. Because the Six of Cups is hitting the sweet spot, getting what you want, very much about like a surfer waiting for the wave and then catching the wave and getting what you want. But there's a mixed message of cards here, which really means for some of you, some stuff's going to be stuck and some of it's going to be moving. And only really you watching can say, I know exactly what that means. I guarantee you, Aquarius, I know exactly what these cards mean. Places that are stuck and places that are moving forward. And that's going to be the theme for the whole year. Actually, maybe that's always the theme of life. Points of our lives where we're moving and points of our life when we're not moving. Seven of Pentacles talks about the need to contemplate. And contemplating the Devil is like, I'm sort of laughing. Contemplating the Devil is about contemplating the Saturn function. So what you do to make a living. And if things are stuck, it's maybe talking about the need to reflect. But there's also some very beautiful, good vibes, good news coming your way. So at soul position, you get the Chariot, and beautiful, because this is the conscious and the unconscious mind moving in the same direction. Most of our problems in life are caused when we have opposing forces. So, you know, on my head saying one thing and my heart saying the other. Very, very much like the Five of Wands, yeah? When we get to the Chariot, there's a unity within yourself about the direction that your life's taking. This is very, very clear in your relationships. I think around your money and work, things are a bit more complicated. Now, complicated does not necessarily mean negative. By the looks of it, there's some areas that feel restricted and some areas that clearly are not restricted. And you've got both of them moving, which is very, very fascinating, really. So at a soul level, what's going on for Aquarius here? Yeah, Chariot with the Lovers, told you. Two forces moving in the same direction. And the Victory card, which is overcoming that head and heart pull. That Five of Wands is one of my most... It's a card that I love. But boy, it can be stressful. You know, it's like that kettle that's boiling, boiling, boiling. And eventually the whistle goes off and the energy begins to move. It moves in the Six of Wands, but the pressure in the Five of Wands is quite intense. And it looks like it's about to be overcome. And two forces are moving in the same direction. Wow. I was still a little bit nervous about doing these readings because, you know, there is an obligation to not put more difficulties out into the world. And I'm only one little person, guys, by the way. So, stunning reading. Anyhow, the outcome is the Strength card, and the Strength card is looking right at the Tower. So the Strength card is Leo. It's our sort of opposition. And Aquarius needs to balance out Leo, which is with the head and the heart, bringing them into alignment. The Leo card is very, very much a sense of our soul's purpose, our destiny, and bringing it forward into the world. So why is the Strength card looking at the Tower? I'm intrigued by this now. What's going on between the Strength card and the Tower card? Because it looks like there's some huge shift going on here. So you get the Knight of Wands. So this is about innovation, creativity. This is the fastest moving knight. And he's looking right at the Tower card, which is the energy of breaking through something that's been particularly stuck. And from my personal opinion, I think this is mostly going to be acted out in the relationship front. Although there's something very intriguing going on in your money and work as well. Now, I mean, the major arcana, the Devil card, was the most important because it was the first. So there's a feeling of everything being very, very slow with that Seven of Pentacles. But then comes this emotional breakthrough. And I find that really intriguing, but I think most of it and most of the breakthrough is going to be around something going on in something being acted out in your relationships. And I like what's been acted out because there's an overthrowing of what was stale, what was stuck, what was like, it was almost like a pressure point boiling. And this is the liberation. This is the opposite side. This is the freedom. Okay, Aquarius, this is what I can do for now. I'll try and do mid-monthlies. My energy is very, very odd at the moment, but I'll try. I'm very, very excited now about this month. Seems to be something emerging. And I think it's going to involve, for most people, about you and another person. For some of you, it might be around your sense of soul's purpose, making choices. And the choices are going to be more in resonance with your heart, your energy, what you're here to be in this world. And it might be a little bit of a struggle with that devil, and that little bit, because the devil can whisper in your ear and it tells you messages about, oh, your worthlessness. Who are you to? Who am I to believe in that I've got the potential to bring something forward into the world? That's how the devil can operate. Changes the messages and it makes you feel small, Aquarius. Anyhow, much love to you, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.